Yo, what up, it's OG. Shout out to South Island Brand.
First time I ever heard about you or was introduced to you was in 2020. It was June 1st, so May 31st. So he was taking this nigga pictures for Japanese gardens and shit. So tell me a little bit about how did you get into photography? When did that start for you?
Realistically, I don't want to be on no super sad stuff, but I got hella family in the South, and they've only been in this one little spot their whole life. It's called Laurinburg, North Carolina. It's probably 10,000 people in the whole city type shit. So realistically, I started taking pictures to just show the architectural stuff and the lake and the building and stuff in the city. And from there, I just started taking pictures of some of my friends, and they're you take good pictures of people, but mind you, I really didn't know what I was doing per se, so that made me feel good about myself. And then from that point, I just invested in my own camera and started teaching myself how to quote unquote take pictures the right way.
What was the first camera you had?
It was a Canon 30D.
For the first, that's crazy. I'll mess with that. That's hard.
It's I don't even know how old it was when I got it, but I just made it work. I had a little kit lens too, and that's what I really just started on is that 30D and that kit lens. And people be trying to, kit lens ain't the way, But hey,
you gotta get it.
If you want to start, you feel me? It don't matter what you got. You could be shooting off an iPad, you feel me? As long as you have the right direction and your vision is there, you can make something happen.
Oh, bro.
So, about how long would you say that you were doing photography before you looked at it damn, I'm really like that. I'm cool with the camera. And you want to pursue it more.
I really don't know. Cause to me, it's I don't know, everything came so fast at that time. Cause it was it wasn't the second coming of the art scene is happening started 2 years ago. And me personally, I felt as if I was just trying to navigate my way through everything that I'm seeing as well as I'm hearing. So I just wanted to, lock in with certain people here, certain people there. And then from that point, I started working with Chance the Rapper for his organization. And a little bit into that's when I really knew I could do something with this, and it was opening doors for me.
So would you say starting off collaborating kind of helps you out in the long run?
Sure. Can I say this?
You can say whatever you want,
real
bro.
quick. If you're a small artist, big artist, medium artist, whatever, stop trying to belittle the next person or say you don't want to work when in all actuality, y'all are just trying to create. Y'all block y'all blessings, y'all miss interactions, y'all misread certain things just because y'all big-headed, or this person only works with this person, or whatever, vice versa. Just work together, and it's real simple.
Yeah, I feel that's really important, especially with the Chicago scene. We've seen it change so much. We've seen it to where everybody was bumping heads, and now, like you said, the second coming, it was where everybody started to realize we can really do this art shit. So,
sure.
I feel
And it's me and you, we talk on a personal level, so it's you could see what's going on with other artists and people trying to, make it a better space for other artists, but it's there's people that are just so against being for a community, and I don't understand.
I mean, shit, that's what we doing right here with this whole South Island brand shit. Just putting everybody in the same space and making sure everybody voice is heard. So you adding to it already, bro, for sure.
So kind of circling back to like the point like you made on how important it is to like collaborate and like Black My Blessing and stuff like that. And I see you recently been getting into like shooting music videos. So like when did you kind of like start getting into that and like what made you want to?
Alright, so realistically, I've been shooting videos for I say almost 3 years now. But the thing is, I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but I am. But there's nothing that's perfect at all, and I understand that. But it's like I just want my videos to just strike the eye and like just strike you a certain way. So it took me some time to get everything together and like my vision, and it's still not all the way there. But it's like it's just now starting to get to the point to where I like my videos, and I'm starting to get to the point to where I know what a video takes for me to do. Like, I pretty much got this system, like I'll shoot it, or Zay ISO, he'll shoot it, and then from there, like I'll cut it up, like no edits. I'll just like, cut it up, layer it up, and then I'll have him go over keyframing it. Then from there, I'll put some transitions on, and then we'll go over it together and see whatever we want to incorporate from that point, and we just get it going from there. But ever since, like, it comes back to working together. Ever since I just started like bouncing off ideas from like another person or someone else, we can create this system to where it's not as much work. Like we know exactly what we want to do, what's finna happen, and what's gonna go on. So it's just a matter of getting it done type shit.
What was it like shooting Big Ski for Lil Woo?
I don't know. It's like it's real weird. Anytime I work with WAP, because it's like I've known him for like 4 or 5 years now, and he's one of the people that got me into music. So it's like anytime I get to do a song or like shoot a video, I try to make it my best. And he's just super talented, and I just love his mind, and I appreciate him for being able to bounce my ideas off of him and making shit that we make.
Now, when did you first start getting into music? Like around?
Realistically, COVID. But I've always been in like listening to music and studying music from literally the time I can remember. But in particular, COVID happened, and they're like, we got 2 weeks, y'all don't got no classes, but y'all are still on campus. And I was just sitting in the studio with all my other homies, and we were just recording. And someone was like, like Dave, like, you should write something. And I was like, I don't know how. And then he just shuffled through some beats. He picked a beat that I liked, and he wrote my first 4, and then I just started writing my own thing. But from there, I really feel as if, like the music was always already there in me, and I just had to find a way of expressing it. Like, that's why I make so much music, because it's just expression, and that's how I view it, as that and not music.
So, would you say like a lot of your music has been like a reflection of like the space that you like are in at that point in time of making it?
Yeah. And I like how you worded that, because it's like I don't know how to describe my music per se, and it's not even on no like self-conscious or like big-headed stuff like that, but it's like I dead ass don't know how to categorize it, because it's like 1 minute I'll be talking about my feelings and how I need to get up out of this hole. And then 1 minute I might be good giving a step-by-step on how I overcame this one feeling. And then another song I might be talking about how I'm just feeling so good about myself and I just want to keep this shit going for everyone around me. Just different topics and like, you know, different feelings that I feel in my head.
Man. Your first full-length project was The World of OG. So, you know, speaking on spaces, what space were you in, like, you know, when you were making that project?
Truthfully, I don't like that at all. And it was my first project and I was like rushing it and I just wanted everybody to hear it. And like, don't get me wrong, a couple of the songs did stick and did do what they were trying, like what I wanted them to do. But I understand that you kind of sort of do have to make music for people, even though it's not for people. Like it's more so a relatability thing, but it's the fact that I think I was trying to be so unorthodox, it kind of struck people and rubbed people the wrong way. Like, but that's okay with me, because like I really don't try to keep my mind in too much of who's or what's the issue or what's going on. I just like, you know, getting the art out there and letting the art do what it does for the people that need it. Because like the people that understand what I'm trying to do in my vision, they definitely for sure understand it.
I definitely like get you on that, like making music that's like trying to be relatable, because like at the same time you don't just be yourself as a rapper, you be yourself as an artist, right? And so that you make is art. So and at the end of the day, it's for you from your brain. But I definitely get that, you know, one other people who see it and enjoy it the same way that you do. A lot of people's early works, like the first couple projects that they drop, like it's usually just them by themselves. And like, you know, now that we're sitting down talking about it, I know how you feel about collaboration. So just speak more about like the people that you had on your first projects.
Alright, so it's like, so me personally, it's like, I started rapping in Indianapolis because that's where I was at for school at the time. And it's like, yeah, I know people here that make music and like rap and like, you know, do the whole nine. But it was just more so a comfortability aspect of like, you know, the times that I was going through and like how I was living and everything. So it was like the people that I was making music with in my early beginnings, like Ferg and Leak and Wiz Waters and Ant. I really feel like those guys have so much patience when it comes to certain things and like the art aspect. Because me personally, I know that I was not the most, the greatest musician per se. But I always knew how to make beats. I knew how to, you know, DJ and do all this stuff. But when it comes to saying, you know, and performing, it's a totally different act. So I just really appreciate those guys for just like being there and helping me build out lyrics and complete ideas that I didn't even know I could do it. Because realistically, if it wasn't for them, I definitely would not be as much of a musician as I am.
Do you think that you would have, you know, started rapping and making music at all, like if you was still here?
No. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not more so like not wanting to rap. It was more so like I didn't know that I could do that. Like I knew that, you know, I always had interest in music, but like, I'm saying like I was a producer or I could DJ. I never thought that it would be a performing, me coming up with lines and me, people wanting to hear what I gotta say type.
After you dropped Agora OG, you dropped the EP Agora, which was also in 2021. So you dropped 2 projects in the same year. Was Agora more like planned, or can we all say like, no, it's kind of like impatient, like you just want to get the music out?
Agora, that's why I think Agora is more so my first real project and my first like theme project. Like the World of OG, I was just trying to get a whole bunch of just sounds out.
Yeah.
And like, you feel me? Agora is really its own thing in itself. Because Agora is short for agoraphobia. And I'm pretty sure, I forgot, like, I don't remember it off the top of my head. But I think it's the fear of not wanting to like go outside or being just like in public places. And I don't want to like self-diagnose myself with anything of that nature. But I definitely do relate with the feeling of not wanting to go out in the public when COVID first hit. Because it was not only a mixture of, I don't know if people are sick or this, that, and the third, and the world just opening back up. So it's like, I don't know if I want to, you know, go here or do this or do that. That's why I started making music, because I was literally locked in one place so much that it was like, all right, it's time to build. Like, you know, I can only do so much doing one thing. It's time to build out and do something else.
For sure.
So, after you dropped Agora in 2021, you dropped Fully Loaded, which is your second full-length project. So, you know, just tell us a little bit about that time, man.
That was more so, that was crazy. Because it's like, from the evolution of like a couple months to a year, it was like, the world of OG wasn't really pleasing me. Then from Agora, it was pleasing, but it just wasn't. Nah, it's not that. It just wasn't like people that aren't like, you know, emotionally intuitive to themselves or care about their feelings. They don't care because they don't know what the emotions feel like.
Feel like they like, what is this? What am I feeling?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like some people might hear it and be like, oh yeah, like this hard, but they're not really getting what I'm saying. So that aspect is cool and all, I appreciate it. But with Fully Loaded, I feel like it was more so fun. Like, you know, like more people would be like, oh yeah, like turn this song on, turn this on, you know.
I'll mess with that.
And then, yo, most recent EP, like you've been dropping like, you know, singles in between, but your most recent EP, Better Than Life. Talk about it.
So, that project was with my man's Rose. He's in Pittsburgh. That's where I stayed at before coming here. And it's really my cousin's man's. So like, I really don't, like, I didn't know nothing about him before, but it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like the collaboration aspect and just like giving respect and appreciating those who make dope shit. Like I just reached out and was like, yeah, bro, like really fuck with your sound and I appreciate like what you're doing for Pittsburgh. But it's like, there's not really too much going on. So he sent me some beats and I did one of them like the same day. And then like I played it for him. I called him, he was like, yeah, like, did you want to like do a project or whatever? And I'm like, sure, like why not? So Better Than Yesterday was a saying of his. And from that point, I just thought about like my everyday like life and like, you feel me, what's going on with me. So it's like, you know, it's more so talking about like just becoming better as a person. It's kind of sort of like Agora, But it's like, it's what I wanted the tour to be the first time around.
And I feel like that's all like next project is. Like I feel as if every project should be a build off of the other one.
Yeah,
Giving you something that was missing in the other one. So
for sure.
I respect that for sure.
Cause I'm not even gonna lie. This, I don't even put the name or nothing. I just said I'm dropping 222. But the project is called I Ain't Feel Like Waiting, and I think it's gonna be like 12 or 13 tracks.
For sure.
I really like the vibe on that joint because it's like it's more so upbeat, and you know, people just don't be thinking that you're just supposed to stand in your way and like, you know, not be versatile, and like people be too scared to show their versatility or whatever. But it's like me personally, I just make a lot of music, and it's like it's just time to get it out there.
So, safe to say we can expect a different side of you when the new project is coming up.
And it's like I'm working with a lot more different producers, artists, and some artists and producers that's on. I say some producers that made some of my beats. You definitely heard from them before. So, and a lot of people like their beats. Just saying. Not like mine. Just saying. But yeah, man, it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's some Pierre Bourne influence in there. It's some Keith songs in there.
For sure.
It's a whole lot.
For sure.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Shit, appreciate you for sliding on us today, gang. Shit, giving us this interview, bro.
Bro.
Chopping up with your folks.
Tell them off for their opinion.